It's 3 a.m. You're in a helium headspace. It's September 16th, 2025. Time Cop premiered on this day in 1994. It starred Jean-Claude Van Damme, Mia Sara, Bruce McGill, and Ron Silver, who, as Senator Aaron McComb said, "Never interrupt me when I'm talking to myself." Adjusted for inflation, its first wide weekend at the box office grossed $26 million. It has since made $220 million. Kepler 16b was the first unambiguous circumbinary planet, a planet outside our own solar system that orbits two stars, ever discovered. It was spotted by NASA's Kepler telescope, and the planet's transits were seen across both members of an eclipsing set of binary stars, letting astronomers pin down the sizes and orbits of all three bodies. The discovery paper appeared in Science magazine on this day in 2011. The Saturn-like world is about a third of Jupiter's mass and a little over 3/4 of Jupiter's radius. It circles its pair of stars every 229 days on an almost perfect circular path. The host stars themselves are smaller than the Sun and orbit each other every 41 days. In September 1978, the Grateful Dead staged 3 concerts in Egypt at Giza's Sound and Light Theater, performing in the shadow of the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx. The run featured a cross-cultural set with Nubian oud master Hamza el-Din, his Olin Arajid flowing into Fire on the Mountain, and culminated on September 16th under a total lunar eclipse. Recordings from the stand were later released as the live set Rocking the Cradle, Egypt, 1978, cementing the show's legend as a singular meeting of psychedelia and antiquity. Jingle Bells was first written by James Lord Pierpont and first published in Boston in 1857 under the title One Horse Open Sleigh. Tradition says he drew on lively sleigh races in Medford, Massachusetts, though some credit later polishing while he was an organist in Savannah, Georgia. Issued as a jaunty winter song, often sung at Thanksgiving, it wasn't specifically a Christmas carol until popular use made it one. Reissued just 2 years later in 1859 as Jingle Bells, its catchy chorus and simple verse-chorus form quickly cemented it as a seasonal standard. On September 16th, we mark the 100th anniversary of B.B. King's birth, the sharecropper's son from near Edabena, Mississippi, who became the king of the blues. With his beloved Gibson, Lucille, he turned vocal-like bends and a silken vibrato into a global language, shaping modern electric blues and inspiring artists from Eric Clapton to Bonnie Raitt. From 3 O'Clock Blues to the Grammy-winning The Thrill Is Gone, his songs carry dignity, sorrow, and joy in equal measure. Remembered as a rock and roll Hall of Famer and 15-time Grammy recipient, his presence still resonates in every note that leans into the honest truth. Guy Hamilton was born on this day in 1922. He was an English film director best known for 4 James Bond films, Goldfinger in 1964, Diamonds Are Forever, 1971, Live and Let Die, 1973, and The Man with the Golden Gun, 1974. Born in Paris to British parents, he entered film at Victorine Studios in 1938 before serving in the Royal Navy's motor torpedo boats during World War II. He was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross for his service. After the war, he assisted Carol Reed on The Fallen Idol and The Third Man, then directed hits such as The Colditz Story, Battle of Britain, and the Agatha Christie adaptations The Mirror Cracked and Evil Under the Sun. He died in Majorca, Spain on April 20th, 2016. On the anniversary of James Allen McPherson's birth in 1943, we honor the Pulitzer Prize-winning short story writer and essayist whose collection Elbow Room made him the first black man to ever receive the Pulitzer for Fiction in 1978. Born in Savannah, Georgia, McPherson captured the nuances of American life in Hue and Cry, and later in his memoir Crab Cakes. As a longtime teacher at the Iowa Writers' Workshop, he mentored generations of writers. James Allen McPherson, who said, "I think that love must be the ability to suspend one's intelligence for the sake of something. At the basis of love, therefore, must-live imagination. H.A. Rey, Hans Augusto Reyersbach, was born today in 1898. He was a German-born writer-illustrator who, with his wife Margaret, created the beloved monkey of children's literature, Curious George. The Jewish couple fled advancing Nazis from Paris in 1940 on bicycles, carrying early George drawings. Eventually, the couple reached New York, where George, first seen as Fifi in Cecily G. and the Nine Monkeys in 1939, starred in his own book in 1941. Trained in art and advertising, Rey wrote and illustrated many George adventures and also authored enduring astronomy guides, including The Stars, A New Way to See Them, and Find the Constellations. He and his wife Margaret spent their later years in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Born on this day in 1911 in Umralla, India, Krishnalal Sridharani was a Gujarati poet, playwright, and journalist whose work linked India's freedom struggle with global ideas of non-violence. Imprisoned as a young Satyagrahi, he later studied in the United States and wrote War Without Violence, 1939, a study of Gandhian strategy that influenced American civil rights leaders, including Kaur and Martin Luther King Jr. He wrote widely in Gujarati and English and received the prestigious Rajatram Suvarna Chandrak in 1958 before his death in 1960. And those are some of the things humans have managed to do over the years. Smile more, reach out to us on social media, subscribe to our stuff.